Oh, we got the new update. Yeah, it's always hard what time and what date these are going to be. This came out at 11 p.m. apparently, but this is several hours after the fact. All right, let's... Oh, we got remixes. Okay, so we have Asker in here. Oh, that's a lot of text, Asker. And then we have Veronica, who is equally as much text. Jesus Christ, dude, look how much text is here. Holy shit. Okay, all right, let's start with Asker. So he's picking up attack and defense spiked wall as his new B skill. That makes a lot of sense because I believe he came with attack and defense bulwark when he originally released. So, okay, that's just like an upgrade for him. All right, then we have open domain plus. If unit can transform, transformation effects gain if unit is in 2 spaces of an ally from a different title than unit as a trigger condition. All right, basically just free transformations. If defending an AR, at the start of enemy turn 1, if condition for transforming is met, unit transforms. At the start of turn and at the start of enemy phase, except in SD, if unit is in 3 spaces of any allies from a different title than unit, grants attack and defense of 6. Resonant Blades and Resonant Shields to unit and allies in 3 spaces for 1 turn. And also for unit and allies in 3 spaces a unit, if special cooldown is at its max value, grants -1. Okay, all that is pretty similar. And then also, if unit is in 3 spaces of an ally, grants attack, defense, and res of 5 to unit, and reduce damage from foes' attacks by 7 during combat. And also, if unit's defense is better than the foe's defense plus 5, then disables units and foes' attack priority changes. Wow. They gave him Hardy Bearing, too. Okay. And then if unit is in 3 spaces of an ally, for unit and allies in 3 spaces a unit, if special cooldown count is at its max value after combat, grants special cooldown count -1. So then he gives a further -1 after combat. He has like times pulse support, basically. Yeah, seems pretty solid overall. The Hardy Bearing effect is really cool on tanks, but I don't know if Asker necessarily needs to be your main tank. He's probably just going to support somebody who is your main tank. Now, what really would have went hard is if they made the Hardy Bearing effect a support on this guy. Like as a start of turn bonus or as a drive support. That would have been crazy if they had did that. But unfortunately, that's not what they did. All right, let's take a look at Veronica now. Okay, Enclosure 2. 2-hit cooldown. When special triggers, boost damage by 30% of unit's attack and neutralize foes' damage reduction effects from non-special skills. At start of turn, inflict speed and res -7, feud, and sabotage on closest foes and foes in 2 spaces of those foes through the next actions. Feud is really good, and it's also really rare. It's really just Emblem, I believe, who does feud. So, nice to get another unit that can do that. Then also neutralize effects that inflict guard on unit, and if decreasing speed difference necessary to make a follow-up by 25 would allow unit to trigger a follow-up, then triggers potent. And if feud is active on the foe, then potent is 100. Okay, okay, she gets a free hit there. Interesting, not bad. Yeah, all of those are pretty good effects. Pretty good upgrade for that special. It's still doing a little bit less damage than a lot of recent specials, though. 30% of her attack is not the greatest. It is only a 2-hit cooldown, but still. I mean, it's certainly a big jump from skills like Arc Rival, even though that's a 5-hit special that can potentially be doing 80% of your attack or the foe's attack if they have better attack. So, not a very high damaging special, but it does have a lot of good effects there. And then her new passive is going to be Speed and Res Far Resound. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty recent skill. It's not like this is old or anything. So, yeah, it's always good when the new remixes get new skills that they can use for fodder. Okay, here are the ephemera codes. So we're getting Wind Tribe Dagger and the Ascended Air. Okay. Neither of those units have particularly good fodder, unfortunately. I think Dagger has attack and speed... What is it? Attack and speed Clash, not even Excel. So... yeah, that is a bit of an RIP. Okay, then we have Fair, we've got Corin, we have the Lonku. I believe that's New Year. No, that's not New Year. That's Spring Lonku. Okay, he's our Tempest Trial unit. And then we have also Dorothea and Lex. Alright, not the craziest manuals, unfortunately. And then for refines, here we go. So, yep, this is the one. We're getting the Brave refines in the next update, so... all of you better get ready for that. Brave Sorin. We've got Brave, or not Brave, but Legendary Veronica. We got Brave Gulveg. We got Brave Corin, Brave Robin, and then Bertram or Renning, rather. And then we have Asker. So, what are my thoughts on the possibilities for these Brave refines? I'm thinking Soren's probably going to be able to do his save shenanigans at the start of enemy phase as well. Because, like, the way it works right now, it's only at the start of your turn, so you can't use it for 8th Raid's defense. And we just got Brave Ectordeer who can do it at the start of enemy phase. So it would make perfect sense to let Soren also be able to do it at the start of enemy phase. Brave Gulveg, I'm thinking they're probably going to give her another extra action, so she has potentially 3. Right now, she's only got 2, and then she doesn't cut DR for the most part. That was a huge point of contention when she came out. People were just like, oh, this unit doesn't pierce DR, so clearly she sucks, right? Which was entirely not the case, but yeah, I mean, more extra actions for her would make sense. And then Brave Corin, hard to really say. She does have the Stone Tile support. They'll probably let her do that at the start of player phase and enemy phase as well, so she can do it like Brave, or do it like Attuned Hector, so that she can kind of mess with Brave Camilla a little bit. And then for Brave Robin, it's a little hard to say. He was the one that I actually thought was going to be the best aging of the batch, mainly because of the Rally Spectrum support. Little did I know at the time we were going to enter start of turn bonus era, and units were not only going to get Rally Spectrum as well, but get way superior start of turn bonuses to Rally Spectrum. So yeah, Robin didn't pan out as good as I had hoped, but he's a really interesting unit. He has a lot of warping. He can warp to any ally that's got Rally Spectrum. So he actually does have pretty good mobility. If they were to give him pass as well, that would be pretty fire. But as far as like combat goes, they're going to need to give him quite a bit actually for him to become a viable and usable worthy unit. And then Renning is our GHB, so yeah, he could end up being interesting. They really shafted him when he came out. I was hoping he was going to be a lot better than he was, but he just wasn't. So it would be nice. The 4 Riders of Dayan, we need them to all be pretty good. Petrine, Ashnard, they got good refines, so hopefully this guy gets a good one too. Okay, we got a new memento event here. Looks like Alphonse and Kieran are eating in the dining hall. Lots of donuts there. Okay, and then we got some big holiday hams by the looks of it, and a plate with like a fried egg over a steak. I've never had that actually, like a sunny side up egg on a steak, but it looks pretty tasty. Okay, more structures in AR. Bright Shrine's getting leveled up. How about the Hex Trap, please? Are we ever going to get to level that up? The one thing that actually needs to be leveled up is never getting leveled up. All right, 2 new songs in the concert hall: Divine Healing from Radiant Dawn, and The Life Force Here Shall Renew Me from Awakening. I don't know why all the track titles from Awakening are like these really weird sayings. But okay, why can't they just be named like normal songs? All right, then more favor level in Summoner Duels is being added, whatever. And then for the Heroic Grill Shop, we're getting Balthus and Dagger. Summer Balthus, and then also just Dagdar from the GHB. Other changes: we will resolve an issue regarding the effect of Brave Byleth, Anchor of Hope's Professor Guidance skill. Beneficial status, Professor's Guidance. Yeah, they mentioned that already, so they're going to be fixing that. And then regarding the maintenance, that will take place 9/4. So that's in about a week from right now. And also tonight, by the way, we're getting the trailer for whatever hero we're getting for the end of month banner. I don't know if it's a mythic. I don't know if it's a legendary. I don't know if it's an emblem. I really hope it's not going to be an emblem, though, because I am very orb destitute at the moment. We can go ahead and show that. Look at this. I have freaking 2, well, I'm going to have 3 from today's login, but I have no orbs, man. The Brave banner just ran me dry, and then back-to-back with that from the Ingrid and Nana banner. So I got nothing. If it's going to be an emblem hero, I'm boned. That's all I have to say. So that's going to wrap us up for this one, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed the coverage. Let me know which one of the Brave hero refines you're looking forward to the most. For me, I'm probably leaning towards Gulveig the most because she was my favorite to use on release. Although, I'm really pulling for Robin, though. I feel like his playstyle as a unit is really unique, and there's not really anyone who plays in a similar way to him still to this day. So if he ends up getting something good, I think that would be really cool. So let me know your thoughts, and I will catch y'all again tonight for the trailer.